So, hello friends, my name is Ritesh Jaiswal and I am a first year student of NIT Jamshedpur, and today we all are here to look at out for one of the most important questions that are asked from the topic electromagnetic waves in our JEE Mains and NEET examination. And yes friends, for this we have featured one of the most popular book of all the time, the H.C. Verma means Concepts of Physics, and our question ranges from its worked out example, objective 1, objective 2, and yes friends, the most important one, the subjective types. So friends, I think without any other further delay we can start. So yes friends, our first question says find the displacement current inside the parallel plate capacitor. So friends, I think you are able to relate how we have to start. So first, let me draw the figure. This is our capacitor, parallel plate capacitor, and this is our resistor, this is our battery. Let's say its EMF is E and its resistance is R, so that a current I, let's say it is IC, flows in the circuit. Somewhere in between we have ID. This ID, displacement current, we have to find. So our friends, I think you know one formula, ID equals to epsilon 0 times d phi E upon dt, where this is electric flux. So its value phi E equals to electric field and multiplied by area. The reason I have not used the vector sign, as you know that electric field and area are parallel in this case. So electric field inside the parallel plate capacitor, I think you know the charge on capacitor divided by area of capacitor into epsilon naught, and this is multiplied by area, so that A and A get cancelled out and we are just left with q upon epsilon 0. The small change which can in which the questioner may bring in this question is if it is asked to find the displacement current in half of the capacitor, then what will be the changes? Well, this area will get one half, because ID flows through the whole capacitor, then in half it will be half. But can you say about this area, it will half or not? The answer is no, it will remain same, because until or unless our capacitor size and shape does not change, its value remains same. So friend, for this question, this q upon epsilon naught will work. So friends, I think we can move to our next slide. Yes, friends. So I think I have written ID equals to epsilon 0 d dt of phi, and phi we have got q upon epsilon naught. So this epsilon naught is constant. It will get out of the ddt and yes, get cancelled out. So what we get? ID, displacement current, equals to ddt of q, and ddt of q, I think you know, is I or IC. So yes friends, this is our final answer. I hope that this question is clear to you, and yes, if you have any doubt you can freely ask me in the comment section. So friends, I think we can move to our next question. So yes friends, this question says if electric field vector is 150 Newton per Coulomb sine omega t minus x by c, then we have to find the energy contained in the cylinder of area 10 centimeter square and length 50 centimeter. So friends, what should come in your mind is we have a light moving in the straight line which having electric field component this much amount. And yes friends, as light is itself energy, so in its path it will is delivering the same. So I think you know one formula, energy density U, and it is equals to half epsilon naught E naught square, where E naught is maximum value of electric field which is given in the question 150. So just putting the values, half epsilon 0 8.85 10 ka power minus 12 into E naught 150 whole square. Solving this, you will get 1.1 into 10 ka power minus 8 joule per meter cube. So yes friend, unit is joule per meter cube because it is energy density, means energy per unit volume. So for energy we have to multiply it with volume. So friends, moving to next slide. Energy we can write energy density into volume. Energy density we have got 1.1 10 ka power minus 8. Now volume, area into length, area is 10 centimeter square, so 10 into 10 ka power minus 4 meter square, and length 50 centimeter, 50 into 10 ka power minus 2 meter. So just solving it, we will get 5.5 into 10 ka power minus 12 joules. So friend, this is our answer, final answer. So again friend, if you have still have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Yes, friend, this is another question, means just to find this energy, but the twisting is done. In this case, we have given a laser light, and again, laser is a means laser itself made up of photons and which has power 4 watt. Actually, I have missed here milli. It is 4 milliwatt and in the length of 60 centimeter. So I think you know one thing, energy equals to power into time. But what this time here is, actually this time is the time taken by the light to travel 60 centimeters. So t equals to distance 60 10 ka power minus 2 meters upon velocity. Velocity means speed, 3 into 10 ka power 8 meter per second. So this come 2 into 10 ka power minus 8 seconds. So friends, we have got power. So just multiplying power 4 milliwatt into time 2 into 10 ka power minus 8 seconds. So friends, we can move to next slide. So just what we can write, energy equals to just yes, 8 into 10 ka power, oh yes, 10 ka power minus 12 joules. So this question and its previous question I have asked same thing, energy, but in two different ways. In previous question we have to use the formula energy density, and this in this question we have to use the basic concept of energy equals to power into time. So friends, I hope this question is also clear to you so that we can move to our next question. Yes, friends, this is one of the most important questions. Actually, what is happening here is a charge q which is moving towards a particular area with velocity v, and we have to find a displacement current in this case through that area. If Coulomb's law hold in this case, so are you able to relate how we have to start? Actually, our formula is of id equals to epsilon 0 d phi e by dt remains same, but the twisting is that we have to find phi e very uh, correctly or efficiently. So let's find it. Phi is electric flux, so electric flux, electric field into area. So what is electric field? It is q upon, let's say its distance is x at any time, 4 pi x square and area multiplied by area, so that we get phi e. This phi e, and that thing we have to differentiate to get the answer. So I think we can move to the next slide. Yes, friends. So what we can write, id equals to epsilon 0 d dt of differentiation of what we have got, qa upon 4 pi x square. So all 4 pi qa, all these are constant. It will get uh, out of the ddt. One epsilon naught is also there, which will get cancelled out. So we are left with id equals to qa upon 4 pi into differentiation of 1 upon x square, ddt of 1 upon x square. So its differentiation is quite simple. Let's say right here, it will equal minus 2 upon x cube into dx by dt by the chain rule, and dx by dt is velocity with which the charge is moving. So just multiplying it, we get qa upon x cube into minus 2 upon 4, I think here 4 pi x cube minus 2 upon uh, uh, sorry, x cube here is into v. Yes, friends. So 2 and 2, 2 times get cancelled out, and what is left? This is our final answer. So I hope, friends, this concept is clear to you, how we have approached. Actually, it has tested over some of the basic concept, that how we are able to relate the formula of id in different situations. Means actual thing is to find the electric flux very correctly. So friends, I think we can move to our next slide. Yes, friends. This question asks us to find the impedance of free space using V equals to mu naught H. Actually, the first thing that come in your mind is impedance of free space is nothing but the ratio of E naught upon H naught. This value we have to find. I think for plane electromagnetic wave, you know one thing, E naught equals to C times B naught. This formula we have to reuse. And how? Let's see. We can write B naught equals to mu naught epsilon naught C into E naught. How I have written it? Let's see. Actually, mu naught epsilon naught has a value of 1 upon c square, and it will get cancelled out, so that and come here, so that we get our formula back again this. So now, using this formula here, we can write it as mu naught into h naught. Mu naught and mu naught will cancel out. So friends, I think we can move to the next page. What we are left with, in LHS we have H naught, and in RHS mu naught has been cancelled out, so just epsilon naught C into E naught. Clearly we have to find E naught upon H naught, and from this equation, let's say equation 1, it is equals to 1 upon epsilon naught C. Both these value are known, and when you put you will get a value of 377 ohms. This is our impedance of free space. So friends, I hope this question is also clear to you, so that we can move to our next slide. Yes friends, now let's see some of the basic concepts that are regularly being asked in some of the twisting ways. First, I like to remember your formula: I equals to half epsilon naught E naught square into C, where I is intensity of light. So what the teachers ask, they give the value of I and ask us RMS value of electric field. Here E naught is E max, maximum value. So I think from AC chapter you know one thing: I equals to I naught sine omega t, and RMS value of current, you I think you know, I naught upon root 2. And same will work here, because also we write as E equals to E naught sine omega t, so that ERMS equals to E naught upon root 2. So friends, I think if you are given with I and you are asked with ERMS, so there will be no problem. Just find E naught and multiply it with 1 by root 2. So friends, I think you are clear with this concept. So friends, let's move to next question. Second type of basic concept they used to ask, they give us a value of E and ask the same value of, means corresponding value of B. So how can we find this? First important thing is that we have to find their maximum values. Means here E naught is 30, so for corresponding B naught we can write B naught equals to E naught upon C. So friends, just answer will be clearly 30 upon 3 into 10 ka power 8, means 10 ka power minus 7, which I have written here. But but means the total, means actual instantaneous value, which we write B equals to B naught sine omega t minus x by c. Let's see friend, this thing will not change, because this represent light, not our electric or magnetic field. Only this thing is dependent, so that we have found here it is 10 ka power minus 7. So I hope friends this question is also clear to you, so that we can move to a next slide. So yes friend, one more concept is, if electron is moving in free space where we have a plane electromagnetic waves, then what will the maximum electric force and maximum force then that can act upon it? I have written the answer. Let's see how I have written it. I think you know electric force is equals to Q into E. So for electron, Q equals to e, and for maximum E equals to E naught. So just it will equals to E naught. So this is our maximum electric force. Similarly, magnetic force Fm equals to QVB, where V is the velocity of electron, and for again for electron and for maximum value V naught, it will equals to QV B naught. So I think friends, this is also clear to you, so that we can move to our. I think this is will be our last topic. Yes, sir. So yes, the last topic, but yes, the not the least is RD, which we call as displacement resistance. Actually, let me show you in figure how the things look like. Here we have a capacitor, and here let's say we have a resistor, and here we have a battery. EMF E, resistance R. A conduction current flows. So I think you know some potential drop will come on the capacitor, and yes, it will have also have a current ID. So can we find corresponding resistance here? Means which we call as RD. Yes friends, so basic concept will be potential drop upon ID. Potential drop, I think you know, VC equals to E naught 1 minus e to the power minus t upon RC, or we can t by tau. Similarly, ID equals to IC And I think IC, it is equals to I naught e to the power minus t by tau. So just dividing these two things, v by I, we will get I naught, one thing, I naught equals to E by R. Let's say this is R naught. So that V by R, we will get R naught e to the power minus t by tau minus 1. So I hope this question is clear to you. We can see the displacement resistance also decreases exponentially. So friends, I think we have covered all the basic questions. So some of the summaries and some of sessions from me is you should try to write all the means questions and first verify it by yourself. Are you able to relate it or not? If you are not able to start it, means it does not means you do not know. Just see it one time, and yes, then try some basic question. You should also practice from the recent year which have been asked in our J mains or NEET examination. And yes friends, one most important thing, you should remember all the frequencies of all the things like radio frequencies or infrared or micro frequencies, because they are being asked in the recent times. So I think this is clear to you. So in last friends, thanks for watching, and please like if you please like the channel if you have really enjoyed. And yes friend, from the next time I will see you, and I will be uploading on the topic modern physics. So yes friends, see you in the next class.